What's going on, great people on the land? Welcome back. We are here to break down the week 3 reactions after the Sunday 4 p.m. slate of games and the 1 o'clock, of course, games. Me, Johnny, right back at y'all. We're going to go right into it in terms of where we see fit. So, first topic, Brown, cheese. Yeah, Chase Brown didn't have a great game, right? Cincinnati Bengals didn't have a great game. They got smoked on the road. Definitely thought this was going to be a game, a little bit going back and forth, but yeah, the Vikings defense was way too much for Browning, way too much for this Bengals team. Isaiah Rodgers on the defense, one of the corners for the Vikings, became the first defensive player in the Vikings franchise history to score 2 touchdowns in this game. Absolutely crazy. Final score 48-10. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just actually going to say it would be the slate breaking D is what we would be talking about. No, it was not ATN.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh man. No, that's
did I miss something?
Yeah. The slate breaking D, that would be the Minnesota Vikings throwing up
yeah.
Like what is it? 30, 28, 29 points today on the defensive side, breaking the slate. So really, if you didn't have them in DFS today, you probably didn't stand much of a chance to take down the tourney. Man, like what a crazy game like in that space. Chase Brown, somebody I was on big time as far as what the Vikings had not done on the defensive side of the ball, but they showed up today. They showed up and they showed out, picking off Jake Browning 2 times in this game. It just was never, ever close, ever. And I think like we got some real questions now, right? Like we got some real questions about Chase Brown. I think it might be time to start to hit the panic button on him. As much as we loved him, as much as I loved him during the offseason, I think it's very, very Joey B dependent. And then Carson Wentz showed up, man. 2 touchdowns, 173 yards. He did throw a couple touchdowns to the tight ends, TJ Hawkinson and Jake Oliver, just like we drew it up. Josh Oliver, same difference. Terrible. Jake Oliver, Josh Oliver, Olive Oil, that made no difference.
Hey, yo.
He ain't in nobody's lineup. Hell, he ain't in nobody's lineup. Hell. And then, Jay Jetta's out here, 7 for 75, no tutty, but still getting the work, you know what I mean? So still giving you 14 points in a PPR league in America. So definitely big game for the Minnesota Vikings. And, it's another week. They play the Steelers next week and already out that they're going to, give Carson Wentz another shot. And for Steeler fans, if you remember this as much as I do, it was painful. Carson Wentz in his rookie season did beat the Pittsburgh Steelers when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. So it just brings up bad memories, but definitely a slate-breaking day for the Minnesota Vikings. So skull, Minnesota.
Yeah. Just to give you guys context on the Vikings defense, 2 interceptions, 10 points allowed, 4 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 touchdowns. Hey, yo. Straight cooking with hot grease, yo.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say, man. Like, this was, a game of, 2. Like, if you would have looked at this game 2 weeks ago, man, this game probably would have been the most gotten to game on the entire slate if Joe Burrow was upright. And JJ, I feel like if JJ was upright too, like this would have been the most gotten to game there. But then switching gears, man, probably one of the bigger upsets of the day. We talked about it earlier today. Talked about the Browns and the Packers. Talked about this game being the under. Talked about how I did not want to take this game because it could be anything, an interception, a fumble recovery, a blocked field goal could be the difference in this game. And lo and behold, outside of the blocked field goal, Quinshon Judkins out here looking like, looking like new money out here against the Green Bay Packers, which was a defense that we thought like was very vaunted and definitely one that you wouldn't be able to run against. But today. He stacked up 94 yards and a touchdown on 18 carries. The Browns did what I thought they would do with Josh Jacobs. They held him in check on 16 attempts for 30 yards. So that was one of the bigger highlights of the day. One of the bigger shockers for sure, like in your survivor pools and, et cetera, et cetera. Definitely did not have that pegged as something that would be happening today. I know I'm in a survivor league and I think there was like 49 people. It's like 160 or more people. But the Cleveland Browns, they showed up today. They showed out, held Jordan Love in check. Pretty much what I thought they would do or what he would be able to do. On a positive note, we did see some kind of life from Matthew Golden, 4 catches for 52 yards. So almost got you 10 points in that space in a PPR league in America. So that game was, it was not fun. Not fun at all. So we got that. And then we got Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, we talked about him a little bit earlier on, obviously as well this morning. Talked about him, talked about Danny Dimes, a.k.a. Vanilla Vic. Talked about Michael Pittman, who also found himself in the end zone as well. Talked about those guys, and they put up today. Jonathan Taylor, no question about it, the number 1 fantasy scoring running back today by almost 10 points compared to Omarion Hampton, which we'll get to later. But JT, man, call this was a great matchup as the Titans are one of the worst teams in the NFL against the run. And today, JT got busy. 17 carries, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns, with his longest run being 46 yards. Indianapolis Colts looking for real, man. Looking like, the cream of the crop when you look at the AFC South. Maybe even one can even make an argument that they might be the best team in the AFC right now. So we had that. Concerns on the other side of town, man. The Tennessee Titans, Calvin Ridley, guy, man, that I had planted my flag on this year. Still a lot of season left, man, but holy smokes, man. 1 catch on 7 targets for 27 yards. That is not what we were looking for at all in any space of America. Tony Pollard, he got held down, which we figured he would, but he did find himself in the end zone. So he kind of made up for it, 45 yards and 1 touchdown. So, Tennessee Titans, man, 0-3. It might be getting about that time of emergency. What was your takes on this game, man?
I mean, kind of as we somewhat predicted. Like JT getting busy. The Colts are definitely a team that, as long as Daniel Jones and JT, they stay upright, this Colts team could be one of these sneaky teams that are going to be like a playoff team if they keep playing like this. It's really unfortunate just for us when it comes to like the Titans. Like, they just have not fared to be a team that has really come together yet. Like, Cam Morris still like hasn't really figured it out yet. He had a decent day on paper, like 20 of 32, all 231 through the air and 2 like passing touchdowns. But it was like the Titans felt like they weren't really in the game, really. So it's kind of unfortunate. But again, JT, like, talk about him, being severely underdrafted in a way. That's definitely coming to rear its ugly head for some people. And that's just the way it is. So JT looking fine so far. That's JT in general. Hopefully, the big thing is that he just has to stay upright and healthy. And if he does, he will be the steal of the draft.
Okay. I'm glad you're starting to come around to it, man.
I'm not, but yeah. I'm not, but that's just the way it is. Like, JT's always a great talent. It's just more about, can he stay healthy? Just like most people. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Perspective and perception. I love it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
How many shares of JT you got?
I have him. He's on my Scott Fishbowl team. I have him in your league.
Do you?
Yep. I have him in your league. And I think I have him somewhere. I can't remember, but I'm pretty positive I have him somewhere else as well. So JT's
you're 22, 3 leagues.
Yeah. I've got him where it counts. Scott Fishbowl, and then in your league, so I can rub it in your face, and the other league that I'm not in with you. So
you can rub it in my face, just gotta make sure you win it, bro.
Hey,
We'll
listen,
see.
Again, man.
But anyway,
yeah.
Going to the Philadelphia game. What a wild one that was, especially the ending.
Yeah, same thing, man. AJ Brown, man, finally coming back to the real
I'm
real
sure you're
world.
happy about that one.
Yeah, coming back to the real world. Finally, him and Jalen Hurts both, man, coming back to the real world. But not like I don't want to say I wasn't worried or was worried, but like the first half of that game was scary hours for sure. Definitely scary hours for sure. But in championship fashion, man, like the Eagles, they got championship DNA. They found a way to be able to win it. And, at the end of the day, man, that's really that's all that counts, man, on paper for those guys, man. And then from a fantasy perspective, this is what you were waiting for. Jalen Hurts to actually throw for 3 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, though, bottled up, man. That was probably like the biggest surprise for me. Was him being bottled up. We talked about Kyren Williams. I did this morning about how if that was, if there was going to be, if the Rams had any chance, it had to be through Kyren Williams. 20 carries, 94 yards for him. So that was there. Puka Nacua, a guy that I think I'm willing to admit, again, might have been wrong on just in general as far as like again. Thing with him is health. That's totally. not a perception thing. That's definitely a reality thing with him. But what a monster day, man! 11 catches, 112 yards. Then you had Tay catch the touchdown early on to kind of set the tone. But AJ Brown, 6 catches, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. All of the guys, the funnel targets for the Philadelphia Eagles, all getting on the board today. So if you started any of those guys, that was definitely good. And Jalen, Dallas Goedert, yeah. I mean, like he's a guy that like at tight end, man. Like we know what tight end is, right? Like we ain't got a cap on it. It is what it is. But yeah, him finding the end zone makes it worth it for him. That gives him 10 points, 33 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 catch. So it gets him 10 points. So hey, man, that's more than the dreaded 4 for 40. So we'll take it, man. But yeah, definitely one of the better games today. You talked about this morning. You were like, the 4:00 games is kind of what we thought would be like the really good games, and then actually today it was the 1:00 games. But shout out to the Eagles, man. 3-0 right now, winning that big game.
A couple of 4:00 games were tight, just weren't high scoring. So that's what it was. Like look, Eagles get it done again. And are we shocked about that? No. Devontae Adams really came out, started cooking again along with Puka Nacua. So, the Rams offense, nothing to be ashamed about. It's just, again, like, hey, they had them for a while, and then the Eagles just showed their pedigree. And that's just kind of how it went. So you could say they kind of fumbled the game away. They're up 26-7 at one point, and yeah. That's football sometimes, though. Like,
straight up.
That's what it is. Rob's talking about Chargers receivers. Who would you rather have rest of the season? Ladd or Quentin Johnston? 10 targets today for Quentin Johnson, like 7 catches. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is getting weird. This season's already getting weird, yo. Also, it's not so breaking news. Najee Harris pretty much ruptured his Achilles. So
figure that.
It's not too shocking. But yeah, sorry, 6 catches, 10 targets for Quentin Johnson. 4 catches, 7 targets for Ladd today. I'm still sticking with Ladd. I feel like that still will turn around. But because him and Keenan Allen play in the same area of the field, are going to be some weeks, I feel like, still where it's like Ladd's going to be. This is where it was like when Keenan Allen signed and we started to get some steam on him. That's where I was like, he's cool for best ball, but I'm not sure about season long because he's still talented enough to get there. But I did worry about the consistency of volume he would get. So that kind of is showing its ugly head at the moment. Are you agreement with that? Are there better days for Ladd? Is there going to be some type of yo-yoing going on here still? Like right now,
I think
wide receiver 25 week 1 against Kansas City, wide receiver 47 against the Raiders, and then wide receiver 52 so far. And that was against obviously Denver.
Yeah,
I think Giants next week.
Yeah, no, I just think like this is a situation like as crazy as this sounds, it's Quentin Johnson at this point because nobody else does what he does. Nobody else does what he does, bro. Yes, he has. Listen, I said it.
I'm listening.
I said it this morning. I said after this week, I am 100% punting on wherever players were drafted at. Like, and that's what this is. That is like I drafted him in this spot, so like I still have to hold on to him in this context of things. And I just think like right now, like Quentin Johnson, like through 3 weeks, like they've shown you like this is the new Chargers offense. This is not the Chargers offense from last year. And in this new offense, Quentin Johnson is the guy, man. And as crazy as that is to say, and crazy as it is to like ring on people's ears, hey man, this is what they've shown us, man. And he's catching the football, he's catching the ball. So I think until he doesn't catch the ball, this is what it is. And we've seen this before where, players in certain spots, if they've had problems with the dropsies, if they catch the ball, man, like that's a big difference maker, man. And right now, like Quentin Johnson is cooking. Right now, Justin Herbert is cooking. So yeah, man. So I'm as crazy as it sounds, man. Give me QJ.
Is what it is. Give him QJ, folks.
No, you didn't, man. No, you didn't. You had run. Man, Sunday Night Football is gonna keep me up tonight, man. It's gonna keep me up.
Wait, what I do?
I'm ready for it. Sunday Night Football. I'm ready for it for no reason.
Head scratcher?
Yeah.
You just tell me.
Quentin Johnson. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I want to see these notes you taking, man. I want to see the actual paper.
Okay.
I want to see the actual paper.
Okay.
I want to see the actual
You can have him. Okay. I'm not going to play him for you.
Yeah, like I just said, man, like this is what it – bro, there's nobody else that does what he does, man. So, that's what I got, bro. That's what I got.
That's
oh, shoot. All right, go for it.
Special flight.
Yeah, it's the Jets, man.
I was like, whatever. You have to talk about this game, really? I don't want to.
I mean, yeah, like we have to, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy game, man. The Jets, they did put up a good fight, though. You did call it, though, man, as far as them being able to cover on the back door.
I called that, but
yeah, I mean, and it was like they fought.
Mike Evans left the game late too. We got back in the game late.
Yeah, and Bucky Irving, man, like let's talk about that for a minute, man. 25 attempts, 66 yards. Like this was supposed to be a spot for him. Yeah, this is supposed to be a big spot for him. At least I thought so anyway, man. So far, man, he's been he hasn't quite lived up to expectations in my book so far, man. 2.6 yards per carry today. Just not a good showing. He had 4 catches. So obviously, the passing game, he got a little bit of work. So he almost got to 100 yards as far as overall. But then Emeka Egbuka, man, people thought, man, just because of the injury that we might not get production from him, but 85 yards and 6 catches. So definitely had a solid day in that space. And then Garrett Wilson, man, your guy. He's a target monster. This is what it's going to be for him. And so if you have him, that's what it's going to be. And then Breece Hall. 9 carries, 21 yards. Braylon Allen, 6 carries and 30 yards. So again, and I'll stand on this just like I did in the preseason. Braylon Allen is not a game changer or anything in that space, but man, talk about 2 running backs that just were no call, no show today. In a game with over 50
Bucs
points.
are a tough defense, run defense.
Yeah, they are. Like, no, I said it this morning. I said the Bucs are, a better defense than what people, give them credit for. They're a little bit better than what they were last year. But 2 running backs, realistically, that we've had high expectations for in some capacity. Neither one of them found the end zone today. So a little bit shocking when you have a game that has 56 points and neither one of those guys find the end zone, man. So definitely a wild day.
Very interesting. Definitely was. And Tyrod Taylor stepped up, so I'm not gonna like give not gonna be like crying over spilled milk really, but it's like Tyrod Taylor did step up, and again from a fan's perspective, like just couldn't get the job done on the road, but from a fantasy side of things, like, yeah, you're feeling great about Garrett Wilson, like right now. Like I said, target hog, and that's how it should go. With Breece Hall, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really know what to do with Breece Hall coming into the season, and I still don't know what to do with him now. The lack of just like getting, 19 carries week 1, 10 carries last week, got 9 carries today. I get it. You want to keep people fresh and stuff like that, but it's also like use the talent in Breece Hall. You know what I'm saying? 4 catches, 31 yards today, which made up somewhat, for the overall inefficiency of the run game. But that's kind of how it goes. So I still don't know what to do with Breece Hall. He's still a buy low candidate. Just don't, give up the whole lot for him.
No.
Commanding Commanders.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bad you called this one.
No, I didn't. No, I jumped on Vegas, man. I jumped on Vegas. I jumped on Vegas. That was a bad take. Commanders, man, they went in there. They handled business, bro. They handled business. No doubt on that, man. So thought this would be a good spot for Ashton Jeanty. It wasn't.
Yeah, we all thought that.
Yeah, it wasn't. Just not a good space overall.
I just don't like how he's not in the receiving game, 0 targets, no catches, like.
Well, I just like it from
now
the
it's
DFS
like,
side, man. That was my whole thing, because I was like, all right, like this is a nice price for him now. Like his prices finally went down again, man. Like another game, the man 65 points scored in this game here, which obviously, that's exactly how we drew it up, right? Although Geno Smith, man, QB3 on the day, overall.
So Geno Smith went underrated today for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, so it wasn't all bad, and then as we were laughing about it before we went on,
we were
Trey Tucker, man.
Trey Tucker, baby,
his 40 burger, man. Dude won somebody a milli, man. So whoever it is that had the stones to put him in their DFS roster, man, you better get that man's jersey, no doubt. So just a really weird game, like overall, like in that space, for those guys, man. But the Commanders, they still held tight. Mariota, 207 yards, had a QB rating of 118. And then Jeremy McNichols, man. Every time we think we've got something figured out, I like Chris Rodriguez a lot. I said it last week on our waiver wire show, like he was the guy like I liked. He had 11 carries. He had the most carries out of anybody on the roster, but didn't do anything with him, man. 39 yards in that space. And then, man. And then also, too, Terry McLaurin he left the game. He left the game today with a quad injury, I believe, is what I've seen. So that's something to keep an eye on as well from that side of things. But man, just a really weird. I don't want to say it was a weird game. I won't say that because the Commanders did what they were supposed to do. So, and then in the does anybody want to win game? The Steelers and the Patriots. Did anybody want to win this game? Because neither one of these teams acted like they wanted to win this game. Just Ramondre Stevenson fumbling his life away. We still can't get Travion Henderson on the field. The Steelers have no run game. 5 turnovers, I believe it was, and only 21 points. And Nick's like, you guys won the game, and I was like, bro, we look like shit. We look like shit. And on 5 turnovers, if all we can muster is 21 points, we are not a playoff team right now. And it is going to be a long season. And even in the areas that we've excelled at, over the last handful of seasons, like special teams, that's a place that we're not even showing up in that space. So I'm grumpy for a lot of reasons today. I'm grumpy because I'm a little bit tired, and I'm grumpy because my team looked like shit. Drake May, I had a feeling
2-1, unreal,
dude.
Continue.
That team, man, they look like shit. They do. Drake May was QB6 on the day. It kind of had a feeling that it would kind of pop off like that for him today. Although he left a lot of stuff out there on the field too, from the Patriots side of things. Hunter Henry showed up today for the Pats. I think he had 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. He might have even been the overall tight end 1. Yeah, he was the tight end 1 today. So definitely a big day from him. So if you had him in your lineup or you played him in DFS or any of his props, that was obviously a good day. But, man, the Steelers got the Vikings next week. in London. So obviously for us, I'll be up at, the game is at 9, I believe. So we'll be kicking off our show, and then we'll have, the Steelers will be playing. So I already apologize in advance for what's going to be happening. But yeah, nobody wanted to win this game. So the Steelers get this win. They're 2-1. The Pats are 1-2. But yeah, I didn't think anybody wanted to win this game at all. So I don't know if you have any takes from this game, because there's not really a whole lot to talk about.
Drake made cash just for the prop today, but like you said,
Aaron Rodgers and his,
I just don't understand. Like you still play guys. Like, don't get me wrong, Stevenson still after last week deserves to be played still and given another chance. You still play Antonio Gibson over, the guy. You got to let him loose, man. Gotta let TreVeyon Henderson loose at some point. And it's just getting ridiculous. Both those guys fumbled today. Like, both those guys fumbled the ball today. And yet you're still kind of not giving leeway for the snap count. Like, it changed a little bit, obviously, after the fumble, but it's like still like you're not putting you're not using him as a weapon here. So it's just weird. It's just very weird. Very, very weird. Very weird.
Yep.
Roadkill Falcons real quick. Not much to say about this besides the Falcons literally just laying a goose egg. And they just looked like a bad offense. Like an offense that literally is still on training wheels right now. And literally just Carolina, like, they didn't really do anything special in my opinion. It was just, again, just not showing up for a road game going into Carolina. It just didn't look like they were like psyched to be ready to play a division game. It just didn't look like they really should have won it. And that's what showed really on the field. Bryce Young and these Carolina Panthers, man, just seem to can't get them right. I was on them earlier on thinking they could, do something. And then now the spot where I'm like, oh, okay, these guys, they may not show up or whatever. Now they want to go out and score 30 points. So I don't know this team, and I don't really want to know them anymore. So
he said, I don't want to know them.
Nope.
I heard that. Heard that.
Don't want to know them anymore.
Yeah, like, dude, like, I mean,
crazy.
Really, Bryce Young did exactly what you thought he would do. 121 yards passing.
121 yards passing.
121 yards passing, bro. Like, that's literally what we got. Leading receiver, Ted McMillan, with 48 yards. Our guy, Chuba Hubbard, didn't even find the end zone. 73 yards on the ground. Clearly, he gives us nothing in the passing game, I think, as we've identified that. But, like, just what a, bowl of blah. Like, just a bowl of blah. Like, nothing on the Carolina side for them to score 30 points. And defensively, they pick off Michael Penix 2 times, which I will say looks like you might be right about Michael Penix and what your stance was on him. Listen, I'll shit on you, but I'll give you your credit when it's due, man. You know what I mean? I'll give you your credit when it's due. And you've been saying it like from the jump about Michael Penix. And we're there. Like, we've seen Kirk Cousins there.
We saw Kirk Cousins late in the game.
You like that? So scary hours, man. Like on that side of the world for sure, man. Like, Carolina tied for the second best defensive play of the day in the DFS world. Like, how crazy is that, bro? Like, that's insane.
Carolina.
That's insane.
Carolina.
And then Bijan, like, we're like, all right, like, this is a smash spot for him. This is a smash spot. And he gives us 72 yards on the ground, 39 yards receiving on 5 catches. Like, he still hit double digits for us, man. But obviously, he didn't score a touchdown because they got shut out. So now it's like, now you look at this quick rant. Now you look at this, right, from the side of things where the number 1 and number 2 overall pick in fantasy drafts, you have Jamar Chase with Jake Browning out there throwing to, the people in the stands, and then you got Bijan Robinson now, like, in this situation where he couldn't even do anything against the Carolina Panthers. So it's just, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, I'm just like, that was enough. That was probably the biggest shock of the day for me, was that one right there. That was the biggest shock of the day. But yeah, man. Yeah, dude, I know.
That's just, unfortunately, that's what, that's crazy. It's this game, man. There's going to be better days for Bijan, better days for Jake Browning. I'm just hoping Penix gets it together, honestly, a little bit, because he just
not a little bit, a lot of bit.
Yeah, not a little bit, a lot of bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he threw for more passing yards than Bryce Young. Like,
stop. Just stop.
It's just like, yo, what did we just watch? You know what I'm saying? In some ways. So that's just kind of what it was. Texans homesick. Yep. Kind of called this one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Texans I just don't trust them on the road. I don't know what it is. But in this game of back and forth in a division game, yeah, Jaguars take this game 17-10. This was like, again, like a sluggish type of game that I predicted it was going to happen, where it was going to be like not too much scoring, whatever, but just enough to where like someone's going to come out with a win. Jacksonville covered in this one. But yeah, look, as far as this game goes, like Nico, your guy, came out and showed out. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely came out and showed out. Like, so there's no exactly worry there, you know, after the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You were like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
not about Nico. Not about Nico. Nico's never like, I don't worry about him, man. Like the other guy on the other team. That's who I worry about.
Eight touches, 104 yards. You know what I'm saying? The touchdown. Currently the wide receiver 6. And yeah, I mean, you just didn't win the game, but yeah, you're feeling good if you got Nico, obviously. Just the rest of this parts of this offense, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, this offensive line, you know, just that's where, again, you wonder, you know, like if this offensive line can't get it together, you know, it's like they had 2 picks they had 2 interceptions on Stroud today. They had a forced fumble and recovery and 2 sacks on him today. Got to look at the advanced stats when they come out for the pressures and stuff like that. But, yo, like, this is a problem. Because, again, like, you know, Christian Kirk came back. You thought he was going to be able to kind of take away some pressure and stuff like that or whatever with some quick stuff. They had 8 targets on him, 3 catches, 25 yards.
Yeah.
It's just like, for Houston, like I said, it's Nico, and that's like everybody else.
You know, listen, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't that they were sluggish. You know what it was? Is that they was on that lean. They were sipping that Texas tea. Is what the Texas.
I can't.
Throwed was this.
Well, boy. Can't with you, yo. Wow.
Oh man, that's what it felt like for that, man.
This game just felt like that though, because Trevor Lawrence, it's not like he did anything more crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, just 50% completion percentage, 222 yards through the air, like
no touchdowns,
interception. So yeah, like, you know, it's just
56.5 QB rating, getting out of here with the dub, man. Like what?
That feels ugly. That's just so ugly.
Oh, wait. Here's another better one. Parker Washington lead.
In
targets, 11 targets for Parker Washington.
What are we doing,
This is wild, man. This is wild. I
thought about probably picking him up last minute, but look, 34 yards receiving, and he had 11 targets, yo.
This is insane.
What are we doing, yo?
Yeah, this is like nothing. And like I can't even. Like there's. Yeah. Okay. No. We're done. We're done. Moving
on to your boy,
my boy, man. I wanted to paint my nails and come on here, man. I didn't have enough time. I wanted to paint my nails and come on here and just flex on it real quick, man. I wanted to. I just didn't have enough time to, man. I was gonna. I wanted to so bad, man. Oh man, I'm so happy, man, about Caleb Williams today, man. So happy. And like I said, man, Dallas is just a get right spot, man. And then of course, man,
definitely the get right spot moving forward. Tell you that much. Especially with Stephon Diggs now, but he's after with an injury, like
oh man, man. Then on top of all of this, then the Cowboys, you get your best player hurt. Your best wide receiver.
Gosh, yo.
Playing running back, man. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, this is wild.
How and why would you use CeeDee Lamb in that type of situation?
We got to get
yeah, you do, but on an end around or something like that, where he doesn't get, the replay of what his ankle did was like he just gets tripped up by his own leg, and then all of a sudden just the pressure comes. So
it's definitely they definitely are lucky that that thing did not break. That is definitely for sure. Javonte still got there for you though, man. Like he still got you 12 points, 76 yards, 5 catches, 16 yards. Obviously, he did nothing in the passing game, but he still got you there with double-digit points, man. So, that train continues to keep rolling. For sure. George Pickens was doing George Pickens things on the sideline. But it looks like he finished as a top 12 wide receiver this week. 5 catches, 68 yards, and 1 tutty. So yeah, I mean, like he got you there, but I mean, obviously, it's brewing. It's brewing now. You know what I mean with the boys. What are they 1-2 right now. So, yeah, man. Scary hours. Yeah, scary hours for them. And Roma Doomsday, bro. Roma Doomsday still just keeps on balling, man. Him and then Colston Loveland, he went down. So maybe depending on the injury, maybe Cole Kmet might be a nice pickup for you in the wasteland that is tight end. We'll probably talk about him a little bit tomorrow as well, I would imagine. So depending on what the status is of Colston Loveland. But yeah, man, that was definitely that was fun for me to be able to see, man. Finally, my guy coming through on that end, man. Like career day for him for sure.
Yeah, he lit it up. And everyone ate for the most part. Loveland left with an injury though. Luther Burden, 65-yard touchdown that game. Like I was like, "Ooh, boy!" I was like, okay.
They schemed him up. Let's not get crazy. They schemed him up.
Well, yeah, of course they did. That's a good thing. But
I like Luther Burden too, man. Like I do like him, man. Like I actually do. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's a thing. And what about DJ Moore, man? Like, we was talking about that too, bro.
Oh my gosh,
dude, Caleb Williams hates him. He hates him.
I don't get it.
Y'all, don't you remember last year when he walked off the field? Yeah. Like that, and then I'm pretty sure he has
can't put my finger on.
So yeah,
something there I just can't put my finger on.
Yeah,
but it's something. It's weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Wait. I'll look more into it, but there's something weird going on there. Because I like Roma Dunze. I think he's very talented. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like, man, DJ Moore has done it year in and year out before. And he's not getting enough usage. That's a little concerning because it's like I got DJ Moore in a good amount of spaces, but it's not because of that. It's like 4 catches, 57 yards on 7 targets. Like DJ Moore should be getting double-digit targets. And I get they're trying to manufacture him some running back touches and stuff too, but it's still it's just you just kind of wonder. It's like, man, really? But shout out to Caleb Williams because he had a great day. In Dallas, they're just to get right. They're probably just to get right spot moving forward. Chargers stay undefeated. Niners squeak by with a win. Chargers keeps that thing going. It was definitely a back and forth, tug of war, so to speak, between these two defenses. Denver came out and showed out. So did the Chargers, and then Herbert just gets these guys to position late to get it done. Second week in a row that Denver loses on a game, walk-off field goal. So that's something where, I think Denver, they were just slowish to get into this one. And then once they did, they were there. Cortland Sutton, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm here for it.
I was like, yes, good. Because I was like, man, look, dude, what was happening with him? I was like, last week, I was like, what is happening?
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know what I'm saying?
That's the best.
I wasn't nervous at all. It was just more like, but what's going on here? What's happening?
Best recipe for a star player is a loss, man. That's the best recipe for a star player.
Literally, because now it's like, you gotta give me the ball, fools. I know. You gotta give him the ball.
Yeah, and then the Najee Harris injury, man, opens the door now for Marion Hampton to be, RB1 for the entire rest of the season. So, yeah, man. So
it was good to see him getting involved. So my thing was between Hampton, between Henderson, between Jency, these guys should all be getting used in the receiving game. And it was good to see that Hampton, he got 7 targets. He caught 6 of those, 59 yards. And it was just great to see because it's like these guys, like Jency especially, why are we not getting more of these guys in open space, like, and using some more check down to try to get yards after the catch with all these guys? I don't get it. But it was a good sighting to see because we hadn't seen that in the last couple of games from Hampton. So now it's like, if you had Hampton, hopefully you kept on to him and didn't panic on him. And right now he's currently the RB2 so far in the week. Better days hopefully are coming for Hampton. I don't root for injuries, but it's just, but unfortunately it's part of the game. Austin Eckler last week, Najee Harris this week. So it's just, man, like, you hate to see those. But with Hampton, it's like, if you have him a good amount of spots, like I kind of do, it's a good thing that, there's more. There could be, another running back maybe they bring in or something just to kind of give away more of those carries or just wait to see what happens. But this is Hampton's time. Niners squeak out a win, barely, because that game was definitely back and forth. Arizona doing Arizona things once again. And with Kyler, we talked about Kyler. Kyler didn't look too bad. He got the rushing prop for us, 40 yards rushing, and but 215 of passing yards, 22 of 32 through the air. Like, he got McBride late as well, which was good. But it was like, other than that, it's like Marvin Harrison drops like a gimme catch late in this game. And I'm like, man,
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
Is Marvin Harrison now Quentin Johnston? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know, bro.
I was like, what is happening? Bro. What is happening? Like, oh Lord. Like, Harrison still had a nice day, 4 catches, 60 yards, but it was like, man, bro. Oof,
yeah.
We're gonna see this sooner or later, obviously, but it's like, man, come on. Like, it was weird. Anything to say about this game in general?
No, just the James Conner injury, man, is like really like the biggest call out for me, man. Like, so now it's Trey Benson, man. It's definitely wheels up like with him. So like if you had him stashed, you now have a running back 1. So now I think this week will definitely be interesting as things start to shift now with these 2 big injuries. But really more so like with the James Conner injury than with the Najee Harris injury, because Omarion was still a guy that you're still playing anyway. But now it's changing now, and now Trey Benson is now. He's now going to be the guy. So if you've been holding on to him or you have him or he's available, in shallower leagues, without question, he's definitely the top priority. But that's the biggest call out for me is in that space. Ricky Pearsall, he balled out today, man. He hit the number 4s as well. Mac Jones actually did come through for me in the DFS side of things. So I was able to cash in one of my lineups. So I got half my money back in that space. So it wasn't a total L today. Nice. But yeah, man. Yeah, and then Christian McCaffrey, man, like he was somebody that was pretty, felt pretty good about today. And I even said it on here. He finished his running back 3. That's the thing, man. Is like it's not sexy, but it's just so much work. He's getting so much work that it's like he's getting it off of sheer volume, man. Which is fine, like whatever, man. And I heard a great quote, and then I'll shut up, man. I heard a great quote about CMC is like, in the season long, like I would not put a ring on him. That's why I play DFS. I said, I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Oh my goodness,
and then we don't have it on here, but like there's really nothing to talk about. Seahawks and Saints.
No,
total domination. JSN looking like he might be the wide receiver 1 of the year at this point. The way he's continuing to get work, man. So, yeah. Yeah, man. So I'll give it to you, man, so you can shut us down with some props and stuff, bro.
Sounds good. Sunday night football matchup. You got the Chiefs and the Giants. You got the Chiefs covering, Johnny?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bro.
Chiefs covering over under. What you got?
I ain't messing with the over under, man. If I had to take one, no, man. If I had to take one, I'll probably take under. If I had to, you know me and my under smell like underdog in here. So yeah, Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs. I'll throw one out there. I'll throw one prop actually. I feel like might be a good one. I'll say Isaiah Pacheco rushing touchdown. I'll say that. That's the only one like I even like have like any type of like like maybe I would play that. But this one here, I'm taking the Chiefs and the points. I just think like the Chiefs are 0-2, and this is a bad time to get Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes 0-2. So yeah, so good luck, New York Giants and Nick Wilcox. Good luck.
Don't worry. I put my money where my mouth is. I got Russ
Wilson.
Wilson over 221 passing yards tonight. Look, you got guys like Neighbors. You know, it's gonna happen. You gotta feed him the football, right? So that's the only way they're gonna stay with this. I know McDuffie's gonna probably be on Neighbors tonight, so that's gonna be a tough matchup. But I expect Elite Neighbors to be Elite Neighbors. But I think Wando Robinson is also someone that you can go to as well. But he didn't make overall like my list to target. It's just literally I'm just gonna expect the studs to step up tonight. And I got Mahomes. His mind moved from like 27 to 29, so doubly check your books. But I'm gonna place that for 29.5 on DraftKings. Look, he's just been running constantly. Giants defense is the worst in the league against the run right now. So this is a spot where they could definitely establish the run against the Giants. And then with Mahomes, like he's scrambling, there's not so many, downhill, threats. Maybe Tyquan Thornton gets himself involved tonight. But it's literally like, Mahomes is going to have to at least, find a ways to get, scrambling, get the defense on edge. And that's where I kind of see fit with that. So I got two to build upon with the rest of the games today. The only bets that didn't cash today for the props earlier was Debo and Diggs. So we are currently on the day 4-2 with the cashing of props so far. Hopefully go 6-2 before the end of the day in the night. All right. So if you ain't tuning in tomorrow, you should be 7 p.m. Eastern for Monday Night Football, where we talk about the Ravens and the Lions game, along with some waiver wire additions based on what's out there to help you guys out. Obviously, the Cotter injury, and you have the Najee Harris injury and stuff like that. Some Vilo so highs we got to talk about as well. We got all you guys covered. So for Johnny, myself, we out. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace.